welcome, 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 welcome to Wrestle Cram. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. I do mean humble. The Nostradamus, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Saturday to give you the hungry, humble, healthy people of WrestleCrown, of course, WWE Crown Jewel. First and foremost, thank you so much for being a part of the show. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week, I truly do thank you. From the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins, I truly do thank you. If you want to do anything else for me, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the sub button, and also take care of that notification bell. I do seven corsos each and every week. I do this each and every week, you guys. So, if you want to do anything for me, go ahead and do those things for me. Also, one more thing. Go ahead and give me some comments. Trust me, I try my hardest to knock out those comments as quickly as possible. I try to respond to those comments, and that's pretty much what I do, you guys. First and foremost, shout out to the 2022 World Series champions. Of course, my Houston Astros. Shout out to the Astros for a beautiful win last night. I love them so much. Great job to them. Also, shout out to the LSU Tigers for knocking out one of the strong titans of about 10 years now. Of course, Roll Tide, which is hilarious. I thought that was pretty crazy. They won, of course, in a overtime. So great job to both of those teams. And all I can say is let's get into the show itself. First and foremost, I thought it was a very decent show. I truly enjoy their pay-per-views over AEW's because the AEW ones are so long. They are so strenuously long with so many matches in the show. It truly makes and I love a lot about AEW. I do. But the thing is with AEW is that it's just so long. It is tiresome. With this show, it's only seven. I think it was only seven. It was only 7 matches, and they were all enjoyable. They were linked. They were good for what they were. They knew the matches that should be long, and they knew the matches that should not be long. All I can say, and plus they all made sense. I'm really starting to like the WWE notion of putting one pay-per-view per month. It makes sense. I mean, stop doing the notion of, I think every 3 weeks they had a pay-per-view, and it was just, you got a pay-per-view just to have a pay-per-view. Stop it. I enjoyed it. Now, here's the thing. I promise you, out of those 7 matches, I only got 2 of those matches right. I am getting really bad when it comes to predictions. But I will say, as of right now, I'm still over 500 with 55 and 47. Close, but I am still over 500, you guys. So, let's go ahead and get into it. First, we got the intro with Titus O'Neil talking about we're talking about where WWE goes. They go everywhere, and he talks about time and all of that. I mean, I thought it was interesting, but Titus O'Neil is not that type of guy to do a lot when it comes to talking. But he talked about time and, that WWE goes everywhere. We'll talk about the ending a little later, and I'll talk about, of course, Saudi Arabia as well. After this, we do get the very first match. The match I thought should have been number one. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Man, this match was crazy from the get go. But last time I checked, I thought Bobby Lashley was the face and Brock was the heel. In the show itself, it was a lot of booing for Bobby Lashley, which I was lost about. But I don't know. I digress. I don't know. I may be wrong with that situation. I just thought that, but I don't know. Before the match even starts, we get Bobby pushes Brock into the steel steps, also giving him a spear. Now this is all before the bell. After that, we get the bell rings. He issues another spear. They go outside. Bobby Lashley gives him another spear, breaking the area where the timekeepers are. Lots of spears by Bobby, but he does put him into the hurt lock. But the hurt lock, the crazy part about it, he didn't let go of the hurt lock, and Brock manages to get to the turnbuckles to push Bobby onto the ground to make Brock win because his shoulders were on the ground because he did not let go of the hurt lock. So Brock did win. He was out of it very sweaty, very, very brutal match. Hoss match to the third power. So, of course, Bobby wasn't having it. He was upset. At the end of the match, he does establish another hurt lock on Brock Lesnar, and after that, he does leave. After that, we get an Asuka and Alexa Bliss promo where Asuka is saying that, we've got these belts 5 days ago. This is the first match that we get, another title defense on a major pay-per-view show, and out comes the Moss TV, the Bray Wyatt symbol, and she kind of goes into a trance a little bit, but she hops out of it, and they do say that they are going to win. And, of course, Asuka says nobody can defeat Asuka and Alexa Bliss. But, unfortunately, that is wrong because Dakota Kai and Io Sky did retain those titles. Very decent match. The crazy part about it is I'm guessing Nikki Cross is a part of the or part of the group now. And Nikki Cross comes in with a not a DDT, but like a crossroads. She does like a crossroads off the top rope on Alexa Bliss for Dakota Kai to pin and win the match. Lots of huge pops when with Io Sky and Asuka was both in the ring at the same time. Well, if you don't know, they were on the women side of New Japan, and they had their own little faction. So every time they get into the ring together, it is beautiful. It's beautiful golden. Also, we got a crazy spot where everybody did a super back suplex. Asuka did a power bomb. So that was pretty nice. It was a nice spot. And that was pretty much the end. We did get Dakota Kai and Io Sky winning those titles again. I did say in my my prediction show where I thought that honestly, that Damage Control still need gold in somewhere. So I just flipped it. Unfortunately, I thought that Bayley was going to win the titles, and they were not going to, but they still have their titles now because Damage Control still needs. Hopefully Bayley now goes after, of course, Ronda Rousey. I think that this should be over with when it comes to Bianca Belair. I think that should be done. You've lost 3 times in a row. It is done. Get somebody else to face Bianca Belair. Also, I can say this. I respect a lot of what happened when it came to the women. I remember a long time ago when they first started the Crown Jewel. They had long T-shirts. I knew that was very uncomfortable for the ladies. Now they're in a full suit. I think that's really good. I'm loving the evolution of the women's wrestling in, of course, Saudi Arabia. So let's go to, of course, a car pulls up. Logan Paul, his crew, and his brother Jake Paul is there as well. And they get out of the car, and Brian Saxon is there to ask, how are you feeling? He said, of course, Logan says, I feel like $1,000,000, and all I need is just that one lucky punch. One lucky punch should have been trending the entire day, because that's all they talked about was just the one lucky punch, which didn't get the job done. But, I'm sorry for spoiling it. But, I mean, it is what it is. The one lucky punch still did not take down Roman. After that, we got the Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross match. This is in a steel cage. This was the exact same match, unfortunately, but just in a steel cage. Scarlett sprays him with some mace, blinding Drew McIntyre. We got that really nice sleeper hold by Karrion Kross. We got an ankle lock by Drew McIntyre. We get, of course, the Claymore knocking him completely out. Scarlett has a lock, so she locks the door. So Drew McIntyre says, "Screw it, I'll just climb up." So while he's climbing up, Scarlett unlocks the door and tries to attempt to get Karrion Kross out of the door, while of course Drew McIntyre is trying to climb up. Eventually, the stalemate happens, and Drew McIntyre drops first for him to win the match. I don't think this is over with. I don't want it to be over with. I think that stipulation was pretty stupid. I want like another type of stipulation where they have to actually pin each other, because the cage match, the only thing you can do is just climb up and win. That's it. There's no physicality. It made sense when you had a strap match, because Karrion kept dodging him and kept, hitting him while his back was turned. So I understand the strap match concept. The Hell in a Cell would have been another match that would have made perfect sense. I mean, you can't go anywhere. I mean, that would have made perfect sense. So I guess, I don't know, it should have been, to me, it should have been a Hell in a Cell, because the cage match is just, it's you climb up, you win, or you come out the door, you win. That's kind of the concept. So it was an okay match. It just wasn't. It didn't cater to the match that Drew McIntyre wanted. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it was just weird. So anyway, after that, the Bloodline comes out. They are in a car. They come out. Byron Saxton asks the Tribal Chief, what about the lucky punch? He looks at him, walks away, and Paul Heyman gets on the mic and says the one lucky punch is not even relevant. Him training with Shawn Michaels is pretty much irrelevant. All of this stuff is irrelevant. He's only had 2 matches. The Tribal Chief has been champion for almost 2 years. There is nothing that is going to stop the Tribal Chief from winning, of course, this match. After that, we have Judgment Day versus the OC. I really wasn't feeling this match as well. I kind of knew. Well, no. Wait a minute. The OC won. Judgment Day won. I think I said the Judgment Day was going to win. So I'm actually 3 and 4 or whatnot. 3 and 4 of today, because but this match to me was not a decent match. It was, I mean, it was pretty much the single matches that they had throughout the last 3 weeks with Gallows or Anderson or AJ Styles fighting, where they would lose every single time except last Monday. That's pretty much what happened. Rhea is literally the person that is literally going to be there until we get another woman to help them do something that consists of evening the numbers or whatnot. So AJ was going for the phenomenal forearm. Rhea grabs him, attacks him, throws him back in the ring, giving Finn Balor the chance to put the coup de grace onto AJ Styles for them to win again. That's exactly what happened. But I also want to say this, which was very interesting, that they acknowledged that Carl Anderson actually is the never open weight champion, and Gallows and Anderson are 2-time IWGP champions, and also they acknowledged that, which was interesting, they acknowledged that Finn Balor is the creator of and the first leader of the Bullet Club, and that AJ Styles was the second leader of the Bullet Club. And I was like, head explosion. Like, wow. They've literally said this. So hopefully we get some type of cross branding from WWE and New Japan. Let this happen. Let it happen, gods. So, after that, we got Braun Strowman versus Omos. Just like you think it is. It wasn't a long match. Omos got a lot of offense in. When I tell you that I thought Omos was going to win, I promise you, I thought he was going to throw him back in the ring, do that double choke slam, and that will be it. But Braun does that super power slam that he does all the time, and pins and wins the match. Just simple as that. I mean, all I can say is that Omos, I mean, they're both very heavy men, over 300 pounds, give or take. Lots of heavy lifting. I'm happy this match was not long, but it made sense to a certain extent, because I honestly thought Omos should have won said match. Hopefully we get a rematch of this. After that, we get the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes. They did say before the match started that Jay wrist might be broken, and this was around the European tour, so it's wrapped up really nice. Hopefully nothing is going on. He's going to get an x-ray when he gets back home, and we will see if it is actually shattered or broken. But Friday, whoever wins this match will face the New Day for those titles at probably the main event at, of course, Friday night SmackDown. This match also, I think, wasn't the best due to the fact that the Brawling Brutes has a totally different wrestling style from, of course, the Usos. When I tell you that the Usos, the best match that the Usos have ever had was with the Street Profits. Really great match. Probably the best match that they did have was that match that was with Money in the Bank. That was really good. Also the one at WrestleMania was okay, but the one at Money in the Bank was really good. Highlights about this match. The only thing I can possibly think of is that Butch grabbed Jay, because Jay is the one with the broken wrist. He does the finger manipulation, so he does the finger manipulations, messing up the arm. But we get a super 1D off the top rope for, of course, the Usos to win the match. Jimmy looked like he really destroyed his shoulder after that Super 1D. But the Usos did retain. Of course, they were going to retain due to the fact that they are going to face the New Day on Friday. That's kind of, I knew that Brawling Brutes were not going to win. Of course, Sheamus got married this weekend. That's why he was not there. Congratulations to Sheamus. So after that, we get Bray Wyatt, and he comes in and he talks about all of the craziness that happened and him. I mean, it was the exact same, literally the exact same promo that he's been doing for the past 3 weeks now. I mean, it's still good, but you know, he talks about that he's in a wrestling family, and they expected a lot from him. Also, he has evil demons. He talks about the mask as well. The mask being his go-to, where he had felt no pain, lots of evil. It was like a drug for him. Out comes on the Titantron, we get Uncle Howdy, and he talks about that, you know, you can attack anybody, you know, come to your dark side again, be evil, you know, all that crazy stuff again. It's literally the exact same thing. He just talk about something totally different. He doesn't talk about, well, he doesn't get too close to totally different, but he just, to me, it's like a live montage. I'm sorry. Remember that time where we got America with what's that girl name? Lacey Evans, and she had the 18,000 part saga about her life. That's what we got right now, but it's actually live. And instead, after the shows, after Heat Talks, we get Uncle Howdy. That's pretty much what I think about when we have these different montages. I just want him to see him wrestle again. That's all. I mean, I enjoy kind of the montages, but I'm not seeing where it's going. Hopefully, it goes somewhere because we're supposed to be hearing that apparently he's supposed to be the Roman's next opponent. But the way it's looking, his next opponent is Uncle Howdy. I'm just saying, that's just me. That's what it looks like. But after that, we do get, of course, the main event, and that's gonna be with Logan Paul and Roman Reigns. Just like I said, lots of shenanigans as always. The Usos come out, of course. Jake Paul comes out, knocking out both knocking out both Jay and Jimmy. After that, Solo Sikoa comes out. Solo and Jake were about to wrestle, but all the officials came out to break them apart. But Jake turns around and the Usos are back up. Jake jumps over the ropes, clearing the Usos out again. He gets back in the ring, Superman punch, spear, and Roman Reigns has retained his title. Logan is really, really good, but sometimes he is reckless, and in this match, it cost him. Apparently, that he has torn his ACL and his MCL, and if that's true, he's going to be out for at least a year. If you told your rotator cuff, that means you have to rebuild that all that cartilage. Well, all the cartilage is gone. Now it's just bone to bone. So if that's true, he is out indefinitely. I don't know how it works when it comes to WWE stars, but when it comes to, well, let me take that back, because it depends on how you heal. It can be 10 months. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor at all. But a lot of pro athletes, like football players and basketball players, those two, where you're doing a lot of running, it is a lot of strenuous on those on your ACL and MCL, and they do tear and they do rip apart. and usually it takes a while. It takes a while for you to get back up, and not alone with that, but just with the rehab as well. But I do wish Logan healing energy. I wish him positive energy, and hopefully everything will come. Hopefully, we'll find out if it's true or not that it is a torn ACL and MCL. We don't know yet. I guarantee we'll find out on Monday Night Raw. But what can I say about this? I will say this. Let's talk about Saudi Arabia in a whole. A lot of and I'm not going to put any politics in this. A lot of people are talking about getting out of Saudi Arabia due to the fact of a lot of stuff that's going on, all the government shenanigans that's going on with them. I myself, I'm starting to lean toward where they should be in Saudi Arabia, and the reason why is because I think it is a diplomatic thing to bring wrestling over to countries like Saudi Arabia. I think that makes America a little makes us feel a little bit better or whatnot, and also the fun that I see in the faces of the people in the audience. I mean, all I can say is like, wow. Think about it. Not too long ago, that you could even see a woman in Saudi Arabia, let alone drive, let alone see women wrestling in Saudi Arabia. They're getting a little bit liberal, and it's really great. I wouldn't mind them going other areas as well that are a little bit extra when it comes to their government. Just think about it. I would love to see them in areas like that. I love it. I respect it. Hopefully, they renew the contract and they go back to Saudi Arabia. I mean, the show to me was an okay show. It wasn't the best. If I had to choose between that and Extreme Rules, I'll probably do Extreme Rules over this show because I really wasn't a big. The matches wasn't there. But I think I missed a match. Did I miss the Bailey and Bianca Belair match? I think I did. I truly think I missed the Bianca Belair match, and that match was really good as well. That to me, that was the match of the night. Let's talk about that. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, I didn't talk about that. So let's talk about the Bianca Belair and Bailey match. To me, that was the match of the night. I enjoyed it times 12. We got a go-kart, we got ladders, and we got tables. We got tons of chairs as well. At the beginning, Bailey started brought a ladder out, put that into the ring. That's gonna end it, but she also brings out a table and sets it up on the outside. Of course, we got Bianca Belair grabbing the steel chair, the steps, and pushing that to the side as well. Bailey throws Bianca into the steel steps and starts mauling her with a kendo stick. Every time she would pop up, she would attack her with the kendo stick. After that, they navigated toward the ring area. I mean, the ring area, toward the stage area, where it's no give on that stage. Trust me. We got back suplexes. We got a ton of craziness when it came to that. Also, we get that's where the go-kart comes in. Bianca Belair throws Bailey on top of the go-kart. They drive all the way down back to the stage area, close to the table where she tries to throw Bailey onto the table. It did not break, so she grabs her again and does a power bomb off the table, that breaking the table finally. They get back in. Bianca throws all of the like four uh, chairs onto the ring itself. She tries to do a beautiful 450. She runs directly into those chairs. Bailey grabs the ladder, opens the ladder, but Bianca is the one to throw Bailey into that ladder, closing the ladder, wedging it between the ring and the first turnbuckle, allowing Bailey not to get up and for Bailey to for Bailey to lose and Bianca to retain her title. That is the end of that. That was the best match, and I forgot all about that match. But I mean, hands down, really good show. I mean, not really good show. Out of all of them, I would say probably two matches I enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed both of the women titles. Um, and the Roman Reigns was okay. But the thing is, with the Roman Reigns matches, they are just getting too gimmicky, too many interferences for my taste. But I digress. What can I say? Beggars can't be choosers. Once again, I have 3 matches that I've won, which makes that it is 56 and 46. 56 and 46. That is what it is now. I just wanted to write that down so I know. I love y'all so much. I will see y'all tomorrow, of course, on the Dirt Sheet Roundup, where I do go into a couple of topics and just put my 2 cents on it. It is 12 o'clock now. I'm going to try to get some sleep. But I think that daylight saving time is now. So you will get another hour or whatnot. So and the best is truly yet to come, you guys. I do have another update that I'm going to do by myself. It's just going to be me, you, 2-3 minute, 2 to 3 minute video that I'll do as well. After probably the Dirt Sheet Roundup, or probably around 1, about 5 or 6 or whatnot. But the best is truly yet to come, you guys. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.